You know, when I first became a church administrator, 2006, I had no idea that the role of a church administrator even existed. So when my pastor had encouraged me to find a networking group, I really didn't think I would be able to find anyone. But luckily I found the church administrator NACBA website and got connected with a local chapter. And I think once I found out there was camaraderie and education available at the local level, I really knew that I wanted to see what national conference would be like, because I figured it would just be more of the same but bigger and better. And I was not disappointed. It was the following year, 2007, I attended my first national conference. And I came home overwhelmed. I came home with a lot of anxiety about all the things I wasn't doing, but I also knew that I came home with a pocket full of business cards, people that I could call and get in touch with, in addition to all the local administrators that I'd met through the local chapter. And it took me a few more years to decide I was ready to do the certification class program. And 2010, I decided, okay, I'm ready to do my classes, but can I do both the conference, which I'd grown to love, and the certification classes, and have enough in the continuing ed budget to pay for both? And the answer was no. So I applied for a scholarship that year, and which would help me be able to pay for one or the other, so I could still attend both those things in the same summer. And God knew way ahead of time that I was going to need to go to both of those, because a week before I started my certification classes in June, my senior pastor, who'd been here for 20 years at our congregation, announced that he was going to be leaving by the end of the summer. And that left me with a lot of anxiety, a lot of uncertainty as to what the future was going to hold for our congregation and for my job here in the church. But he knew I needed to go to both of those events, both the certification classes for the educational component and the camaraderie, but also to get to the national conference that year, to be surrounded by people who were like-minded and had gone through the same thing. And God put so many people in my path that summer, that both at the seminary and at the conference, that had really been through what I was about to go through, or were in the middle of what I was going to be going through, and could just offer a lot of encouragement and a lot of hope. And you know, if I hadn't been able to do both those things that summer, thanks to the blessing of the scholarship, I probably would have not faced those next couple of years of transition with the same attitude. But I just knew I had a lot of people around me who had my back, who knew how to support me and encourage me. And again, without the scholarship opportunity that summer, it probably would have been a very different couple of years that I had ahead of me. But luckily I was able to take advantage of that opportunity, and I encourage anyone who's thinking about going to either of those events to apply for the scholarship.